Hi there, I'm Leslie. I am the owner of Geeky Girls Guide to Life and the owner and host of Geeky Girls Night In podcast. And I am here today with another unboxing. And it's a very short unboxing, so I'm also going to do an explanation, instructional, something like that, whatever. So Monsta X, they recently had a comeback. I think it's pretty much over now. And I did the unboxing of the albums, the Korean albums. Well, then, unbeknownst to me, there was also a Japanese version, a Japanese release. There's also an American release, and I'm going to rant a little bit about that. So, the Japanese release came out, and I joined a Geo to get it. So this is where the explanation comes in. For those that don't know, Geo stands for group order. And a group order is a way for people to get goods that may not necessarily be in the US. It makes the shipping a little bit cheaper because people sign up to buy the product, and the person that's running the group order can divide the shipping by everyone. So when I ordered my Korean albums, I had to pay shipping from Korea. And because it wasn't part of a group order or anything, that meant that I was on the hook for all the shipping for my 4 albums, which it was painful. It was like $40-50 just for shipping. With a Geo, you split that up because there's so many albums and so many people ordering. And there are good things about it and there are bad things about it. Now, I explained before that I did a Geo with Wonho's album. But the thing is that, like, I didn't understand anything about Geos. And the person that did the Geo, it was her first Geo. She did fine. She did great. But I didn't know all the rules. So I'm here to kind of talk to you about the rules, I guess. So as far as the Geo goes, there are 3 payments. Okay. Your first payment is the payment of the goods. So those are the goods I ordered, and like I filled out a form, and the person that I bought from, her username on Twitter, and I'll add it to the notes, is Cherry, something like that. And she is a Geo beast. Like, girl has spreadsheets upon spreadsheets. She's super organized, and she's running more than one Geo at a time, and it's just like clockwork. So, and then, like, you have access to her spreadsheet, so you can see what's going on with your particular Geo. So I knew when she ordered the albums. I knew when they got delivered to her Korean address. I saw when they got delivered from her Korean address to her stateside address. And then I saw, like, when she bundled and packaged them. So your first payment goes for the purchase of that. The second payment is the shipping. So the second payment is the shipping from Korea to your Geo owner. Okay, so it depends on how many people are in that Geo and what you're going to pay. Now remember, I told you with the Wonho albums, with the Fatal Love Monsta X albums, I paid like $40-50 for shipping. Because the Geo for the Japanese album, like, because I joined a Geo for the Japanese album, like, I paid like $9 for the Korean shipping to the Geo owner. Then your third and your final, should be final payment, is the shipping amount from them to you. So that was like $5. So $40-50 for shipping, $14 for shipping. So there are reasons to do a Geo, and then there are reasons not to do a Geo. if you're trying to get a fan sign, that's a major reason why somebody runs a Geo. They're trying to get a fan sign. You have to buy all these albums, and running a Geo is probably the most economical way for you to get all of these albums, because what are you going to do with 150 of like the same 3 or 4 albums if you purchase them outright by yourself? You're going to end up like giving them away, or like having people pay shipping to get to you, and this way like people get your stuff. However, if you want to do a G, or if you want to like enter for a fan sign, you can't do that through a Geo. Like, this is their chance to get that fan sign. For you to be able to get the fan sign, you have to buy your albums outright, which is what I did for Fatal Love. I was trying to win a fan sign, and no, didn't get a fan sign. Not even a little fan sign. Not even a hint of a fan sign. I'm over it. I'm fine. It's okay. I'm good. Anyway, yeah, the person that I did my Geo with, her username on Twitter is Cherry something or other, and she goes by the name Waylon, and she's organized, and like any question that I had, I could message her on Twitter and she would have it. She did everything in Google Docs, so that like when I filled out the form to order the Japanese version, I answered a bunch of questions, and then she came back and like an email got sent back to me. Okay, this is what you said. And then that way I could double check and see if anything was wrong and message her if necessary, which I didn't need to do. Like, I did ask her a question, but it didn't really pertain to this. She's always prompt. She always has the answers, and if she doesn't have the answers, she will get back to you. Now, this isn't the only Geo I have with her. I have another. It's a blanket with Shonu on it. Should be here soon. Looking forward to that. And the question that I asked her was if it was possible for me to bundle shipping of the blanket and the album, but she doesn't hold on to stuff, which I understand. She runs a lot of Geos, so she probably doesn't have the space for all of that stuff. And so she said, well, if the blanket gets here around the same time as the albums get here, I have no problems bundling it. Otherwise, I'm just gonna have to ship them separately. And like the blanket, it hasn't shipped yet, or it's on its way and hasn't made it to her yet. Either way, they came at separate times, so I wasn't able to bundle them. Not a huge deal. The shipping shouldn't be too bad, because a bunch of people, you know, bought into the blanket Geo as well. So she's super efficient, and it was just great. Now, I don't like I said, the first Geo I did, it was the girl's first Geo. She was as chaotic as I was. This is like my second and third because of the blanket, and like, I hope she's an administrative assistant somewhere, because the level of organization that this person has is insane. It's even more than mine, and I'm an IT project manager. So but yeah, if you decide to do a Geo, just make sure you look into the person. Most of the people that do Geos that I have seen, they have a hashtag set up for reviews. Hers is like Cherry Reviews, and I'm saying Cherry like Cherry, but it's spelled differently, and I will put all of that in the description box. Yeah, so now let's get into the package. As I said before, with Fatal Love, I bought 4 because I was trying to get into a fan sign. With the Japanese one, I was not, and so I didn't need all that, so I just bought 1. And I think the Japanese one is just a single. I think it's just Love Killa. So let's find out. can see she boxed it up really nice so that it wasn't like rattling around in that plastic bag. Oh, I do have my knife. All right, so I got, let's see, there's a card that says, "Thank you for joining this Geo. I hope everything got to you safely. Please remember to stay awesome and be kind to yourself." That, and then on the back it says, "If you would like to leave a review, please feel free to do so. Cherry reviews." So you can check out that hashtag right there and see, you know, the reviews on some of the Geos that she's done. So okay, yeah, so Japanese version, and I was looking a little weird because first of all, it's 2 discs. It's single. Why would there be 2 discs? But it turns out, let's see right there, if you can see that, it the first disc is Love Killa, the Japanese version, and Fantasia, the Japanese version, which is, go off, sis, go off. And then the DVD is actually the music video and the making of the music video, the Japanese version. So that's what I got. And they had other options, and like I was pumped at first because they had like a LP, like a vinyl packaging, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna get the vinyl. It's a vinyl packaging with a CD in it. So I really wish more K-pop groups would do vinyl. I have a record player, and I just got really nice new speakers for it and a beautiful stand, and I love to listen to it. And like sometimes I lay on my new gum and cry and listen to Kansas, Carry On My Wayward Son, and just lay there. It's just so cool. But yeah, I wish there was more vinyl. I got Monsta X's vinyl, and I think when I was looking for other ones, there was like 2 or 3, but so yeah, this is a short video, and the rant, yeah, so like there was no official word of the Japanese release, and there was barely any word of an American release. I see people online trying to find the stuff that counts towards the American charts, and nobody knew. So that's kind of my rant. Like, why don't we know this? Why isn't this like belted out as loud as the Korean release was? So yeah, anyway, if you like content like this, go ahead, like, subscribe, click the bell if you want to be notified. Most of the time, a lot of the videos that you'll see here are just recordings of the podcast. Trying to make more videos as time allows. I have 2, maybe 2 backed up in queue. I can't remember. I know there's definitely one, because like I'm wearing the outfit of one of them. Yeah, until next time, bye.